Hello. In case you're wondering what the noise is before I get into this movie review, I've been joined by another member of the family. Everybody say hello to Lou the cat. Yep. So, yeah, I am now going to go into part 3 of my movie review marathon on a Sunday. And this time it's going to be going over the number one spot. So, yeah, before I get into this, I'd just like to give a few honourable mentions out for ones that I think deserve to make it on the list, but didn't quite make it. So, firstly, Ant-Man and the Wasp, purely for the fact of what I just said in the Captain Marvel review, which is the fact that after the depressing end of Infinity War, it really just cheered a lot of people up and was quite funny. And the original Ant-Man itself also makes the honourable mentions list for the fact that it was the first movie that went into the quantum realm, which played a massive part. And then the last one is going to be Doctor Strange, for the fact that it brought the Time Stone into the universe, which became probably the most powerful Infinity Stone of them all. So, with that out of the way, I've come down to this. After a week of different reviews for different Marvel movies, out of all the movies I could have picked, I chose one. One to be my number one spot. And for this, I think some of you might expect it because it is probably one of the best Marvel movies out there. And I'd consider it to be the funniest Marvel movie. And it had some of the greatest side characters. So the number one spot goes to, drum roll please, ooh, Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok gets the number one spot. And you're probably going, well, why does that go at number one? Why not any of the other ones? Why not any of the ones you put below it or the honourable mentions? Well, it's for this. Thor Ragnarok was probably the funniest Marvel movie I'd ever seen. I'm not kidding. Thor Ragnarok had one of the best side characters ever, Korg and Meek. These characters were just the tip of funny. Literally, some of the lines they said were just off the chain funny. They were just they're some of the funniest characters. And then to top it off, it had one of the funniest villains as well, going to Hela, who's also one of the coolest villains as well, Goddess of Death. And it incorporated Doctor Strange, and it just overall, it just saved the Thor franchise, because up until that point you had Thor, which was an okay movie, but by far nowhere near as good as Thor Ragnarok, and then the abysmal Thor the Dark World, which we will not speak of. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok it was so well crafted, so well put together, so well thought of. The characters just melded well together. I don't know what's that, molded well together or something like that. And yeah, it was just the cream of the crop of Marvel movies. It's not my favourite Marvel movie, because I've already mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy is my favourite because it was my first ever Marvel movie and stuff like that. But in my opinion, Thor Ragnarok just deserves the number one spot, because it's what makes Marvel. It's got that element of action, it's got that element of superheroes, it's got that element of comedy. It's got everything in it that makes a Marvel movie perfect. You couldn't go wrong with Thor Ragnarok. It was the best. It's the best. So yeah, that, my friends, puts an end to the Marvel movie marathon we've had going on this week. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I know it's not usually something you see on a channel called Movie Review Monday, but yeah, it's what happened. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who've enjoyed it, and I will see you all tomorrow, because tomorrow is Monday, and our channel is called Movie Review Monday. So I will see you all tomorrow with another movie review. But until then, I've been Connor. This has been Lou. We shall both, well, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know about my cat, but I shall see you tomorrow. I bid you farewell.